I just want it bust on my neck, BBS on my teeth. Pull up on a nigga with a scope, make him shake hard. 97 bullets left in this AR. Jump man, 23, play hard. Sweet ass nigga, you belong in the gay bar. I took your bitch and I fucked her face hard. Niggas talking tough, we pull up to your boulevard. We 50 deep and we brought like 10 cars. Guns on deck and we don't got gun cards.
Yo, what's gang, YouTube, man? This your boy Rock, coming back to y'all with another video, another bang. Y'all know I get down, man. Them coming at y'all with offending everybody how not to get kidnapped, man. We're gonna go ahead and get into this, man. Why am I not subscribed to this on this channel? But let's go ahead and get in, man.
Welcome to Jamaica, the land of pristine beaches, crystal clear water, and ew, is that a poor person? Build the wall higher. I paid for the DLC, so remove these NPCs. You see, Jamaica is a paradise if you have money. If not, it's more like a prison with less air conditioning. Oh, but it's still a tropical island. How bad could it? Is that child bathing in a puddle? Well, at least he has a nice view of the water park. Yeah, sucks to be poor in America, but Jamaican poor hits different. Ain't no food stamps here, just hour 7 of chasing that iguana like, come here. Come here. And to make it worse, Jamaica has one of the highest crime rates in the Caribbean. So even if you do catch dinner, you're only giving it to another predator. I'd be eating good. This is why I never had the desire to visit. Because I know you can't see it, but my face is very robbable. Combine that with my white skin, and I'm basically a beacon for free stuff. But there is something I love more than safety, and that's drugs. You see, in Jamaica, shrooms are legal. That's right, Daddy's looking for a little mental vacation. So I took a 7-night cruise from Miami, Florida to Falmouth, Jamaica in order to open up my third eye. Once I arrived, I needed to get to Montego Bay, which is about 45 minutes away. Now, I could have hopped in a taxi and finger crossed I didn't end up in the trunk, but I decided to go with the safer option and book an excursion directly through the cruise line. However, the only excursion going that way also included a tour of a slave house. Because nothing says relaxation like a 2-hour reminder of being taken against your will, but I'd take white guilt and safety over he looks tasty any day. So I hopped on the bus and got to witness firsthand the Jamaican struggle. Where are all their shoes? Those streets have to be hot. Wait, is that hurricane debris their house? Hold up. Are those children working construction in 91-degree heat without any shoes? Jamaica really be taking poverty to a whole nother level. You know you're poor when your billboards are advertising air conditioning. Damn! Just waiting for coming.
Damn! Yo, he cooking that shit right now. God, calm down.
That hurricane debris their house? Hold up. Are those children working construction in 91-degree heat without any shoes? Jamaica really be taking poverty to a whole nother level. You know you're poor when your billboards are advertising air conditioning.
That shit is crazy.
Just waiting for coming soon, flushable toilets. Oh, let's get back to the human suffering. Like I mentioned earlier, there is no middle class here. So you'd either see golf course or possible corpse. And the resorts own most of the beaches. So if you're a local, that ocean might as well be a screensaver because you ain't touching it. What else did I see? Oh, churches. Churches everywhere. Apparently there's over 1,600 on the island, which makes sense because if I didn't have toilet paper, I'd be begging for help too. What else? Oh, you're gonna be shocked when I tell you this, but some Jamaican women be chunky. Crazy, right? How are you gonna choose pie over plumbing? But the most concerning thing I saw were the potholes. Bruh, this is not the place you wanna get flat tire. Imagine seeing a bus full of mostly white tourists break down in front of a coconut stand. How could they not rob us? We're traveling, so we're clearly unarmed. Sure, maybe the driver has a hidden shotty, but once you're past him, it's free stuff. Money, jewelry, Peter, whatever catches their eye. You flew from comfort to this? Not a wise choice, Pete. But luckily, we arrived safely at the slave house, specifically the Rose Hall Plantation. Now, I didn't research it prior to arriving, but immediately I could tell it was bullshit. You know why this house is famous? Because a woman named Annie killed 3 of her husbands there. 3! 1 is impressive, 2 is savage, but 3?
3 is...
Annie be a gangster. How convenient she's a woman! Because a guy killing 3 broads, who cares? But a girl killing 3 boy toys? Oh, bring me a towel. Bring me a towel. A woman! Because a guy killing 3 broads, who cares? But a girl killing 3 Annie be a gangster. How convenient she's a woman! Because a guy killing 3 broads, who cares? But a girl killing 3 boy toys? Oh, bring me a towel. Bring me a towel. Ladies, imagine standing right over the bed where Annie finally took her life back. God! Doesn't it make you feel like your team got a victory? It's no secret men have been crushing you in the crushing stat department, so hearing of a brave woman finally ending her oppressors makes you feel, you know? But don't let those feelings blind you to the fact that the story is nonsense. First off, the house felt less like an historical site and more like a haunted attraction. Dusty relics, flickering lights, creepy paintings of white children. The whole vibe screamed tourist trap. Then you had the tour guide who's really hamming up the whole ghost story, speaking in a soft tone whenever she mentioned Annie, like the bitch was floating next to her. I'm okay with the tour, but if you say my name again, then you best be using your indoor voice. Don't test me, Carol. You don't know what I'm capable of. What was that? Me, bitch! Me! Now, in fairness, some of the white people were eating up the whole ghost gimmick, and I'm not the one to spoil a good time, but when someone starts spouting BS, I just have this compulsion to call it out. Like the tour guide would say, can you feel the energy in the room? What do you mean energy? Are we talking cold chill or butt smack? How handsy do these ghosts be getting? Slaves had to whistle while working to show they weren't eating food. Really? All day? 7 slaves couldn't take a 30-second break to scarf down a pear? How attentive were these slave masters? What's the point of even having a slave if you have to watch him all the time? Annie poisoned her first husband. Really? You're sure you didn't get sick or fall out of a window or torn to shreds by a mongoose? How do you know how Annie...
Hey man, he crazy as hell, but he kind of spitting facts, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Nigga, unhinged as fuck, but he's spitting facts.
Anyone died over 200 years ago. It's written in her journal. Wait, Annie's journal is where you're getting this info from? Not a camera or DNA evidence, just my first Twitter writing 3 teardrops. Moving on, our next stop will be the dungeon where the slaves were held. I'm thinking, dungeon? This is a trap? I should probably go in last. If I hear one white person gasp, I'm booking it. But then I was like, wait, it's a cruise excursion. They're probably bringing us down there to $35. You're charging $35 to take a picture in front of some chains. And is that a bar? No, I don't want to drink. Why would I want to get turned up in Diddy's basement? Mother of God, is that an ice cream machine? I scream, you scream, the souls of the enslaved scream for ice cream! Then they take us outside, and oh look, more stuff to buy. Are those shitty wood carvings? God, I always wanted a 20-inch bowl with cracks in it. No, I'm sure it'll fit great in my carry-on. Then they take us to a grave with a bunch of change on it, and I'm thinking, here we go. Legend has it that putting change on the tombstone wards off evil. Really? What kind of evil? Are we talking cancer or hiccups? If I put more money on, does that defend me against more evil? How much not to stub my toe again? Wait, how long does the money have to be on the tombstone for it to activate? Can I just place it, then pick it back up? Like, you dumbass spirit. Also, what do you mean ward off evil? I'm from America. Money attracts evil. The kind of evil that might, let's say, con people into thinking they could buy spiritual protection. Yeah, right. Even after my huge rant, one of the tourists still puts money on the grave. I don't think I've ever been more disappointed in a human being. If I could curse you, I would. Finally, the tour ends with us being led into a gift shop because, of course, nothing encapsulates centuries of oppression quite like Skittles. So to recap, buy some pictures, drinks, ice cream wood, enchanted armor, and Skittles, all while on a paid tour. Cool. Drugs. It's drugs time, right? So while peeps are shopping, I go up to the driver and say, hey, so just to confirm, you're dropping us off in Montego Bay, right? No, sorry, we're just driving through. Wait, I thought the tour mentioned we're stopping in Montego. Sorry, the cruise line has determined it's just too dangerous at the moment. Okay, would it be possible for you to drop just me off? Where are you trying to go? Island Strain? Oh, you're looking to get twisted, Whitey. You know it. Okay, I could drop you off, but you gotta find your way back. Way back. Yeah, starting to get real nervous. But I'd come too far for a software update, and I'm not leaving without it. So we continue on to Montego as I begin to prepare. First, I tried looking up some taxis on my phone, but just like my pastor, AT&T be f***ing me. Then I start counting my money thinking, okay, I have $220. The shrooms can't
That's
be more
like
than
my
$120.
pastor. Oh my God.
Get me back? Wait, what if I can't find a ride back? Normally Montego is quite popular, but currently the U.S. has them in a level 4 travel advisory, meaning don't even think about it. So there's probably a lot less random cabs hanging about. How am I gonna... And just like that, we're here. Driver shoots me a look like, good luck. As I'm exiting the bus, immediately I'm confronted by a Jamaican woman wearing a Dallas Cowboys jersey saying, I got what you need, cutie. I'm like, no thanks, girl, and beeline into the store. Store was quite small and kind of felt like being in a Zelda game, with a waist-high counter, some merch, and a smashable NPC. I tell the clerk I'm looking for 5 grams of dry mush. She says it only comes in packages of 3.5, meaning it's either $60 for 1 or $120 for 2. Normally I just get 2, but I still don't know if I have enough money to get back. So as I'm debating, 5 Jamaican guys come in the store behind me. I took one look at them, then quickly turned back to the clerk saying, I'll take 2. As I exited the store, so do all the guys, which is unsettling because they didn't purchase anything and I am not on the menu. So I start doing that white person speed walk when one of them yells, hey Whitey, we just want to talk. As I hear them getting closer, I panic and throw a bunch of 5s I had in my back pocket like a Batman smoke grenade. Then I turn the corner and bump into Miss Dallas who says, hey cutie, you looking for a ride? I'm like, yes, while continuously looking around for any other option. All right, I'll call for one right now. As she's calling, the guys come around the corner and right as I'm about to book it, Miss Dallas says, hold on fellas, he's with me. The guys hesitate, whisper something to each other, then leave. You think I'd be relieved, but I don't trust anyone. I'm thinking, did she send him in there to scare me so I'd come running out to her? This thinks he's slick. Then Ms. Dallas says he's not picking up. Here, come with me to the store across the street. What? Why? They have a phone I can use to call someone else. Believe me, you're not going to find anyone else out here. My sus meter was at max, but having no other good options, I say,
nah, that's sus.
all right. So I follow
That's
her into
sus.
the
Why
store.
you can't just call them on your phone? Why we need to go over there and call somebody else on their phone when you just call somebody on your phone? Like, why do we need to do this? Why you can't just call them on your phone? Nah, that's a setup.
Stand strategically in the doorway,
just
doing
called
my best
somebody on
chameleon
your
impression.
phone,
In the
bro.
store are two guys, and one of them has a cast on his arm. I'm thinking, I bet that's a misdirect. Oh, I'm so feeble. I would never clothesline to the head. Then Ms. Dallas says he's on his way. Give him like 10 to 15 minutes. Pause. Let's do
10
some
to
quick math.
15
First off, when
minutes.
someone says 10 to 15 minutes, they really mean
They
20
mean
to 25
45.
minutes. Then
No, they
obviously
mean
you have to add
45.
CP time on top of that, making the arrival somewhere between 30 minutes, and he ain't coming. But again, having no other good options, I just say, all right. As I'm waiting, Cast Arm says, you can have a seat back here. No thanks, Hulk Hand. I'm good where I'm at. Then Miss Dallas starts chit-chatting with me, saying, what do you do for a living? Me? I'm a MMA fighter. What's that? UFC, Dana White, CTE? You know what cage fighting is? Like boxing? Yeah, with kicks and grappling. Oh, you don't look like a fighter. Why don't you come at me and see how good my single leg takedown is? I'll take your word for it. Hey, so it's been about 20 minutes. You mind giving this guy another call? Oh, and ask how much it'll be. Don't worry, he won't scam you. Cool, but I still need to know how much it is, because I may not have enough. Oh, I'm sure you could work something out. Now I'm thinking, what the f does that mean, work something out? Does he
Work
take
something
Hades'
out.
payment? What if my callous hands keep making him flaccid? I can't stick
Bro,
a hot dog more than 2 inches in
stop.
my mouth without gagging, so blowies are off the
Stop.
table. Then I see the 5 guys from before walking across the other side of the street, shooting me a little smile and wave. I'm like, hey, so where is this driver? It's been longer than 15 minutes. He's coming. Now I'm really looking like a crackhead, pacing back and forth with sudden squirrel-like movements. Finally, a black, unmarked van pulls up to the shop, and the lady
Wow.
goes, there he is. My brain's thinking, don't panic. Don't panic! So the first thing I do is walk over and take pictures of the license plate. Normally I'd send them to a friend, but AT&T still be fucking me. Then I asked the driver if he has a business card, and he did, which was a great sign. Because if he's gonna kidnap me, then at least he put in some effort to make it look legit. Then I ask how much it'll be, and he says $75. I'm like, sounds good, and hop in the van. As we're pulling away, the driver says, we just gotta make a quick stop first. What
Whoa.
kind of stop? I just gotta drop something off real quick. Or drop someone
Nah.
off. Listen, I really
buddy.
need to get back to my cruise. I'll pay extra if we don't make this stop. Driver hesitates and says, all right. So as we're driving, I go to get the money ready when I realize I only have $45. That's 30 less than the agreed upon amount on top of the kidnapping surcharge. I'm thinking, where the hell did all my money? Oh, I forgot I made it rain on all those Jamaican boys. Well, I'm dead. How am I gonna get out of the car and past security? Wait. I got it. Fast forward 35 toe tapping minutes later, and we arrive at the cruise port. I quickly scarf down the shrooms and tell the driver, hey, before I leave, we should take a picture together. Excuse me? Well, it must be difficult getting business nowadays, and if you post pictures of you and happy white people, it might help bring in some customers. That's not a bad idea. So we get out of the van and take a selfie, then I dab him $35 and start hustling towards security. After about 10 feet, I hear him yell, hey, white boy, this ain't enough. Then I go up to the guard, slip him my final $10 and say, hey, I'm trying to get back to my cruise, and this guy's trying to sell me drugs. The guard says, don't worry, we'll take care of it. Move along. Then I hustle my way back to the ship.
No!
God, I never
Yeah,
been
you
so
can't go
happy
back.
to see white people.
You can't go back,
Comfort and
bruh.
safety never tasted so good. Now, after
Oh
all
my
this
God.
struggle, how were the shrooms? Terrible! First off, they tasted like I tongue-punched a fart box. Secondly, the only effects I got
Oh
were
my
nausea,
God.
fatigue, and a slight amount of giggles. Well, maybe you just didn't take enough. I took 7 milligrams. I literally can't take any more without vomiting. Oh, well, maybe you just got a bad batch. No! No! Because this is the second time I've done them with essentially the same effect. I flew to Amsterdam a few months back to try truffles, and those were dud as well. Both were over the counter, so it's not like some dreaded up
Whoa,
dude sold me
this
pizza
man-
toppings.
bro, you might got a problem.
I spent so much money
You
for
might got a problem.
enlightenment, and all I bought is food poisoning!
might
So
need
what's
help.
the
You
lesson
might
in
need
all
help.
this? Well, when you're in a foreign country looking for drugs, make sure to bring protection, or else you
I
might
will
get
never do that.
by AT&T! Okay, it says Rose Hall was bought in 1977 by former Miss USA Michelle Rollins and her entrepreneur husband, John Rollins. I knew it was owned by a white guy. They refurbished it at great personal expense and conceptualized a tour and museum. Conceptualized. What a fancy way of saying made up. What else? According to legend, bitch, you mean lie. According to lies, a white witch named Annie Palmer, who murdered 3 of her husbands, haunts the property. An investigation of the legend in 2007 concluded that the story was fictionalized. Oh, who could have possibly seen that coming? But leave it to white people, always finding a way to earn money off of slaves.
Oh my God.
You know what you want to do? Oh, you want to push that subscribe.
Oh yeah, stop it. Yeah, nah, bro. He's unhinged, bro. He's unhinged, bro. But hey, that's the video, man. Make sure you like, subscribe, come with us. Y'all want me to be at 2 down in the description. I got y'all boys. I'm gonna get y'all in the next video, man. Deuces.